Hello, my name is Pastor Dave Johnson, and I'm doing a home video for our service here. And we're going to be dealing with the feeding of the 5,000. But I've entitled my message with another interesting slant on what this is all about. I've entitled it The Other Bread. You know the story, the feeding of the 5,000, how they were gathered together on that mountainside, and the day was wearing away, and they found out that this boy had those fishes and bread, 2 small fishes and 5 loaves. Well, Jesus multiplied it that day. Let's pick up the story. One of the interesting and most miraculous stories in the Bible is the account of Jesus with the feeding of the 5,000. I think we all know that story well, don't we? And we have cherished the impact on those hungry souls being fed that day when a little became a whole lot. Those 2 fish and 5 loaves did go a long way with God's miraculous supply in that desert place found in Mark chapter 6, verse 35. You see, when Jesus did the ministering, there was fish and bread sufficient for all. But there was another bread dispensed that day that would go a long way, a longer way as well. The Bible says in Mark 6, verse 34, and he began to teach them many things. Mark chapter 6, 34. Could it be that the Lord taught them all about his living bread? John, the gospel writer, quotes his words, I am the living bread, and as the living Father hath sent me, I live by my Father, so he that eateth me liveth by me. Or in other words, if we receive Christ, we've got this spiritual nourishment. So Jesus tells us that by partaking of heaven's bread, we shall, and I quote, live by me, live by Christ. Well, eternally, yes, but here and now, especially in this context, we can live by him, and the context tells us this, when the day began to wear away. Are you weary? Is your day wearing away? Do you need more than physical nourishment? How about spiritual nourishment to combat that wearing away in your life, spiritually speaking? We're body, soul, and spirit. And the spirit is what gets us weary. And let's look to that most important phrase, when the day began to wear away. How about your day? Do you need that living bread? It's more than 2 fish and 5 loaves. It's what God can do miraculously in your life to change that disposition, spiritually speaking, so you can go on when your day begins to wear away. You can find the rest of the story in Mark chapter 6, right around verse 30. And we're dealing here with the exasperating experiences of our days filled. And we need to come in contact with Christ. If you've never received him, will you come to him and have a repentant heart? And all that the Father giveth me shall come to me, and he that cometh to me I will in no wise cast out. He's not going to do that. In fact, he's going to come to you and give you something. Why don't you receive him today and ask Christ with a repentant heart to save you? For Christ, that living bread, to be within you to sustain you. Thank you for tuning in, and God bless you.